Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to begin the second game of the night on the level. It is the men's round between the University of Mohawk Mountaineers and your Fanshawe Falcons. Fanshawe Athletics would like to acknowledge the honorary nationality Torino showing the way they people of southwestern Ontario as the traditional owners and custodians of the lands and waterways where Fanshawe College is located. Your attendance at this OCAA event entitles you to enjoy athletics in an educational setting. We ask that you show sportsmanship by positively encouraging student athletes, respecting the decision of coaches and officials.
Well, welcome folks inside the Glenn Johnson Athletics Center, where the Fanshawe Falcons are ready to face off against the Mohawk Mountaineers, the men's team. Pleasure to be along with you. My name is Evan Frederickson.
I am Dan McCracken.
And before the game, we are going to be Fanshawe is going to be honoring some players who are going to be potentially leaving Fanshawe after this year. So let's take a listen for which players will be honored momentarily.
Today, we would like to recognize 3 of our student athletes that will be graduating after this year. On behalf of Fanshawe Athletics, we want to thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the Fanshawe basketball program, starting with number 23, Caleb LaBelle.
And the first player being honored, Caleb LaBelle.
Caleb has been with Fanshawe, the Falcons basketball program, for the past 3 seasons. Each season, he's taken on a pivotal role in our program and helped to mentor the next wave of Falcons. Fanshawe men's basketball program would like to congratulate and thank Caleb for his contributions the past 3 seasons. Thank you, and congratulations, Caleb LaBelle.
And congratulations to Caleb LaBelle as he gets honored, gets a few photos with the coaching staff, and it looks like his family as well. What a beautiful moment it is.
LaBelle graduating from the business program this year, a 4-year player with the Falcons. He's going to trade in his jersey for a suit and tie by the sounds of it.
Next up to the center of the court, it's number 5, Demarion Ennis.
And the second player being honored here tonight, Demarion Ennis for the Fanshawe Falcons.
Last season, Demarion has been the heart and soul of the men's basketball program. Last season, he finished as the Falcons' top rebounder, finishing 3rd in the OCAA. Demarion has continued that success this year. We are all very appreciative of his contributions to our program. Thank you, and congratulations to Demarion Ennis.
Congratulations to Demarion Ennis.
And the third and final student we're honoring tonight is number 1, Brandon Bogart.
And the third and final Falcon being honored tonight, the star guard of Brandon Bogart for the Fanshawe Falcons.
The 3rd-year player, what a career he has had. Hasn't had all the, playoff success that the Falcons would like. And, with a couple of these players, not really going through all of their 5-year eligibility, more so just graduating from the programs that they've been studying in at Fanshawe. So the door is still a little open for these guys to come back if they want to keep studying.
Absolutely. He gets a photo with the coaching staff and his family. And congratulations to Brandon Bogart. And we'll have the beginning of the game coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise if you are able to. Remove your hats and join us for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the starting lineups. First for visiting the Mohawk Mountaineers. 5'11" point guard from Oakville, number 3, Iverson Shaw. 5'11" guard from Hamilton, number 5, Scott Jenkins. A 6'1" guard from Hamilton, number 9, Cole O'Meara. A 6'4" guard from Fargo, number 14, Brazil Lava. And the 6'8" forward from Hamilton, number 17, Marco Joseph. The head coach of the visiting Mohawk Mountaineers is Jamie Giovanello. He's a sharpshooter from St. Thomas, number 1, Orlando Colbert. At the guard position from Windsor, Ontario, wearing number 5, Tamara Ellis. From Mississauga, Ontario, wearing number 7, Nicola Subek. Wearing number 13 from Trenton, Adam Hoover. And the big man from Sharon, number 23, Taylor Ronell. The head coach of our Fanshawe Falcons is Tony Rocco Trujillo.
Well, welcome in, folks, to the Glenn Johnston Athletics Center. Along with Dan McCracken, I'm Evan Fredrickson. Pleasure and blessed to be along with you this evening. How are we feeling this evening, Dan?
I am feeling great. We had a fantastic women's game before this. Let's see how the men can follow it up.
And here we go, a big game for both teams. And you can already feel the intensity as it'll be LaBelle versus Dozen on the tip. And the Falcons will start with it. Here's Nikola Sibik, not wasting any time. He's off to the races. Ennis almost gets it stolen, and he does. And there's Iverson Chong now right to the rim. It's almost in there, doesn't get it to go. Bogart somehow gets the rebound after multiple players were flying in there on that one. Demarion Ennis to LaBelle, to Lever, back to Sibik. He triggers the three, doesn't go. LaBelle gets the rebound. LaBelle to Demarion Ennis, he's back in the lineup. LaBelle to Lever, thought about it, now goes right to the rim. It's good. Beautiful start for the Falcons, and it's Addie Lever with the first bucket of the day. And meanwhile, the Mountaineers now trying to respond, and they can't do it. And now Bogart being pressured now. Bogart now settles it down, uses the screen from LaBelle. Bogart now passes it to Sibik, back to Lever, to Sibik, thought about the three, now Lever, thought about the three as well. Now he takes it. He puts it in.
What a start for the Falcons offense. A quick 5-0 run in the first minute.
And here's Scott Jenkins. Back passes it to Iverson Chong. Chong now against Ennis. Chong goes right to the rim. Beautiful move. And that was Dozen with the rebound. And Sibik falls down. And it looks like he's okay. Good to see him back up on his feet. Tough tumble there. And it looks like it's going to stay with the Mountaineers here. It'll be Scott Jenkins to inbound it. Jenkins looking for somebody. Can't do it. And a whistle and a violation and a whistle. And it looks like that's going to be a foul. And it looks like that'll be a foul on the Falcons. That'll stay with the Mountaineers here. Just under a minute and a half in here. Mountaineers still looking for their first bucket. And now here's Jenkins trying to find somebody. He finds Dozen, doesn't get it to go. Whoa! And Sabik takes a tough tumble. And, oh man. A little slow to get up. And he gets back up. Good to see him back on his feet. That's a tough tumble there. And Bogarts and Lever were there to help him up. And so far, a physical one so far in this one, Dan. My goodness.
A lot on the line tonight. Mohawk sitting in third at 13-4. They can move up as high as second with a win tonight. Falcons in eighth, looking to move up to maybe 6, 7.
He hit it. Wow, what a great way to start the broadcast with the 6-7 hit as a whistle's called after the steal by the Mountaineers.
I swear on my life that was not intentional.
It was not intentional. No, I can back you up too. I see the records. And it looks like it'll be Scott Jenkins to inbound it here. And Lever trying to prevent the pass from coming in. There is Cale Culliker. Cale now looking. Cale with Bogart on him. Cale, the little mid-range jumper in and out. And Lever grabs the rebound. He's had a good start to the game. Here's Brandon Bogart now, back to Lever, to Sabik. He looks at the three. He puts it in. Beautiful shot by Nikola Sabik. And the Falcons up 8-0 so far. Scott Jenkins now settles it down with Lever on him. Jenkins passes it there to Cale. Cale trying to find somebody. He finds Marco Dozen, the tall 6'11" center. One of the tallest players in the OCAA. And it goes out of bounds. It'll remain with the Mountaineers. It'll be Jenkins again. Here's Cale. And now that's Chong now. Back to Dozen. There's Jenkins. Jenkins trying to find somebody. He does. That's Raza. And that one is good. Beautiful shot there from Kazim Raza. And the Mohawk Mountaineers get their first bucket as LaBelle now trying to respond. Finds Brandon Bogart. He's got Chong on him. Bogart to Sabik. He triggers another three. That one is no good. And that one will go out of bounds just over 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Falcons coming off back-to-back losses last week against St. Clair, Lambton before that. Brandon Bogart had his struggles in those games. Last game against St. Clair, a season-low 3 points and only 8 points against Lambton. So he was on a run of at least 10 or more in almost every game this season. He tries to get back in the column.
And here's Marco Donson now. The triggered three there by Kazim Raza doesn't go. And now Brandon Bogart now scanning the area. Passes it to Lever. Back to Bogart. Bogart trying to find somebody, can't find anything. There's Lever to LaBelle. He wants a three, and he doesn't get it to go. The rebound there by Marco Dozen. And he passes it to Jerry Jr. Mercury. Pat triggers a three from Dante Richards. That doesn't go. That's Iverson Chong, excuse me. And now Brandon Bogart now will pick it up after the Mountaineers miss. Bogart to LaBelle. LaBelle, great pass to Lever. Beautiful play there from Lever from LaBelle. Beautiful play there, and it's a 10-3 Falcon lead.
What a run by the offense to start the game. Where has this been all season?
Dante Richards now passes it to Mercury. Mercury trying to find some open space, and he goes out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover. And it'll be Addy Lever to inbound it to Brandon Bogart now with Iverson Chong on him. There is Nikola Sabik. He's got 3 points already in this one. There's Demarion Ennis right to the rim. It's good. Beautiful layup there by Demarion Ennis. And now Iverson Chong now tries to respond. Tries the little fake with Bogart on him. Trying to find somebody he finds is the tall center. And there's Mercury, triggers the three. Doesn't go. And now Brandon Bogart now passes it to Lever. Lever leaves it for Demarion Ennis. He triggers the three, doesn't go. And there's Chung to grab it. And there's Mercury. Or that's Mercury, excuse me. And now Mercury trying to with Demarion Ennis on him. That one looks like it may have been swatted away. But it'll stay with the Mountaineers regardless. As it'll be Paul Ofomoma. I didn't say that right. We'll check into the game here. Regroup, yeah. And
Looked like Mercury might have gotten a finger in the eye there as he's trying to regroup himself. You can see him kind of poking at that eye, and it's a little blurry right now, I imagine.
And trying to find somebody. They find Raza. Passes it there to Rigetti, and now there's Rigetti now trying to find somebody. He does. There's Raza, triggers the three, doesn't go. The rebound there by Mercury. Finds Richards, and now whistle. And it looks like that's going to be a foul on the Falcons. That'll stay with the Mountaineers. And it'll be Eltome Adam who checks in now. And Mutunga and Davis now check in for the Falcons as Nikola Sabik and Demarion Ennis take a rest. It'll be Dante Richards now with the free throw. And Richards knocks them both down. And that'll be Addy Lever now to Brandon Bogart, with Richards right on him, not allowing him any space whatsoever. And now Bogart now trying to deke around Richards, can't do anything. There's Lever now. Lever, spinorama move, gets it swatted away there. And now here come the Mountaineers. The layup there is no good. And what a move there by Mufunga to get that. And Lever now to Brandon Bogart. He gets it swatted away. Bogart, little mid-range shot is good. Beautiful mid-range shot by Brandon Bogart. That's his first points of the game.
That's the Brandon Bogart we know.
And there's Mercury. Mercury trying to find somebody. He does. Little tumble there. And looks like that's Ofunga now trying to get it to the rim. Can't get it to go. Mercury gets the rebound, but he gets it back. What an effort there by Mutunga. Triggers a three from Bogart. Doesn't go. Lever with the rebound. Doesn't go either. Oh, man, and Falcons bench looking for a whistle. They don't get it, though. As, man, a lot of good looks there for the Falcons. And it's an early 14-5 lead, and it looks like it'll be a timeout called by the Mohawk Mountaineers. Falcons up by 9.
This is a much more efficient, much more controlled Falcons offense than we've been seeing throughout the season. They lead the league with almost 27 turnovers a game. That is way too many. Tonight early, only 3 so far. We're only 6 minutes in. So we'll wait and see how that develops, but this offense, it just looks smoother. Everyone's crashing the net, creating good open looks. So we'll see if they can keep that going against a good Mohawk team.
And the Falcons handling the ball very, very well so far, as this is the last home regular season game for the Falcons before they end their season in Niagara on Saturday. And a lot of seeding implications for the playoffs are on the line. We'll get into that a little bit later in the broadcast, but a big win for the Falcons here today would likely move them up, which is always nice, especially when you're fighting for that home court advantage. We'll see if the Falcons can achieve that, as coming out of the timeout now, Falcons up by 9, just over 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Addy Lever with 7 points halfway through this first quarter. Back on January 17th against Canada, he had a season-high 23.
Ooh, and a tough tumble there. The trigger three in the meantime is no good. And Mutunga gets the rebound, passes it to Bogart. Bogart with Mercury on him. And Bogart now communicating, trying to get a play going here. That's a good pass to LaBelle. That's intercepted, though, by Omofoma. I said it right this time. Let's go. We'll take it. And now The Mountaineers get the whistle and one. He gets the layup there. What a play there by Eltome Adam. His first points of the day, and he has a chance to complete the three-point play.
Now coming in for your Falcons, number 5, Ennis, and number 10, Landon Campos.
And Caleb LaBelle and Natalie Lever will take a rest as Landon Campos and Marion Ennis will come back in rather. And the free throw is no good by Adam. And here's Brandon Bogart now, who will speeding in. Wow, my goodness. And what a move by Bogart, and one. What a beautiful move there, and a chance for the three-point play.
That's when Bogart is at his best. Aggressive with the ball, drive into the paint, and if you feel the pressure, maybe you get an extra man coming for the double team, he's smart enough to find the open man. That time, he saw the lane and he took it.
Very good start for the Falcons. He completes the three-point play, and the Falcons have opened a 10-point lead here in the first quarter. And here is Richards now. Richards trying to he finds Mercury, and there is Adam. Adam almost gets it swatted away. He recovers, though. And there's Richards again. Richards trying to find somebody. Brandon Bogart almost steals it. A little bit of pressure there by Zakai Davis on that one, but it goes out of bounds. It'll remain with the Mountaineers.
Falcons holding Mohawk to just 7 points. Impressive. Mohawk, the fourth best offense in the league, averaging 88 points a game. This feels kind of similar to what we saw in the women's game earlier. I mean, that one was only 9-9 at the end of the first quarter, but for the men to also be able to hold them to just 7 points so far is impressive.
And Jam Goose checks in for Brandon Bogart. And it looks like a foul called on the Falcons. Not sure who it was on, but it'll be free throws for the Mountaineers either way here.
Looks like Mohawk into the bonus in this quarter with 3:19 left.
Yeah, 5 fouls already, and talk about so much. The free throws matter so much in the game, even in the first quarter. And the first one is knocked down there by Eltome Adam. And he's got 3 points early in this one. And Adam hits both of them. And now here's Jam Goose to Demarion Ennis. Ennis comes in slowly, passes it to Davis. Campos trying to find an open man. He finds Davis. Back to Jam Goose. There's Ennis. Ennis right to the rim to Davis. The mid-range shot doesn't go. Rebound by Campos is good. Beautiful shot there by Campos. That secondary offensive effort pays off. And here's Mercury now coming back for the Mountaineers quickly. And that one may have been tipped on that one there. And now Jam Goose will bring it up to Demarion Ennis. Davis now. Davis trying to find some open room. Ennis thought about it. Now great pass to Davis, and that gets turned over there. Where is it? And now somehow the Mountaineers come away with that one. Here is a Ragateni, and that's Adam now with a little spinorama. This is good. Eltome Adam.
What a smooth spin there and an easy finish.
Zakai Davis now finds Campos. Campos right to the rim. Doesn't go. Good effort though. Keeps it in. Omafoma gets it that, and now here's Adam right to the rim. It's good and one. Beautiful finish by Eltome Adam. He's been spectacular so far in this one. And he'll get a chance for a three-point play here.
Adam averaging 7.9 points per game. He already has 8 in this first quarter, going for 9 here at the line.
And looks like it'll be Mutunga and Campos taking a rest, as it'll be LaBelle checking in as well. And that one is good. They complete the three-point play. The Mohawk Mountaineers do. And now here's Brandon Bogart. Bogart to Demarion Ennis. Ennis finds Bogart. Bogart using the LaBelle screen. Great pass to LaBelle. It's good. Beautiful play there.
He put that between the defender's legs on that bounce pass.
And now here is Adam now. Adam gets it stolen by Demarion Ennis and a whistle. And Demarion Ennis takes a bit of a tumble, but he looks like he's okay. And it looks like may have been a foul called there. And it looks like this one will stay with the Falcons, as Jordy Krubel is now into the game as well. He's been in for a little bit. And here's Brandon Bogart now. Bogart passes it to LaBelle. LaBelle trying to find somebody, can't find anyone. A little bit of a push there on Dozen, and now here's Joey Krubel. Bogart, wide open look, puts it in. Beautiful swish from Brandon Bogart.
Bogart has the swagger tonight. You can tell that he's feeling good about himself.
And here is Iverson Chang now, passes it there to Scott Jenkins, who's checked back in. A little bit of a trouble with it, and now here's Jalen Jackson. Jenkins uses the screen, kicked out by Zakai Davis. He's got a one-on-one potentially. If he goes in, that one is whistled down. A lot of contact there and a foul called. And that one will go against, I believe, the Falcons.
Yeah, they're calling the charge on that one. A good play by the defender to get back, get position, set the feet, and you basically just say, sacrifice yourself and say, I'm about to get run over.
Smart play by the Mountaineers. That's what they're known for, smart plays, and that's how they win games. As Iverson Chong, looking for his first points of the game, now surveys his options here. Not liking anything he's seeing. Bogart, the defender, and he passes it there to Jackson. Jackson there to Raza. He triggers it, doesn't go. Krubel with the rebound. And he passes it right up to Demarion Ennis. Ennis right to the rim, trying to find Sabik. He finds him. There's Bogart now. A lot of contact there. Jalen Jackson looks like he'll get called for the foul on that one. And that's his first foul of the day. And it'll stay with the Falcons with just over 26 seconds to go here. Falcons up 24-14. A very impressive first quarter from the Falcons here today. And Krubel back to Bogart. Bogart to Sabik. Sabik with Jenkins on him. What a pass to LaBelle. No look. Oh my goodness. He's got eyes at the back of his head. Oh my goodness. And Iverson Chang now with the quarter winding down. They'll get the last shot of the game here. And a whistle. And it looks like that'll be a foul on the Mountaineers. And the Falcons now with a chance for a last second shot here. And trying to coordinate now. And Nikola Sabik will inbound it here. Finds Bogart, he's got to hurry. He's got 2, 1 second, Sabik at the buzzer. Doesn't go, almost had it there, just a little bit short. What a fantastic quarter for the Falcons, up 26-14. Dan, that was impressive from the Falcons going into this game against the very tough Mountaineers team here.
That feels like one of the best quarters we've seen them play at home so far this season. Everything was clicking. We saw Addy Lever get off to that hot start, 7 points. He picked up a couple fouls though, so that put him into trouble earlier in the game. That's why he was on the bench for the last 4 minutes of that quarter, it looked like. But I mean, Bogart catching fire. I think he's getting the monkey off his back from those last couple games.
Yeah, Brandon Bogart shooting 3 of 4 with 8 points after the first quarter. And we'll have the second quarter for all you folks watching in just a minute. Welcome back, folks, to the second quarter of action here between the Fanshawe Falcons and the Mohawk Mountaineers, as we are about to get underway with the second quarter here. Falcons outscored the Mountaineers 26-14 in that first quarter. Let's see what's in store here for this one here in the second quarter.
A little surprising to see Marco Dosen only take one shot in that first quarter. No points so far. He's their team leader, 17 points a game. Puts him 11th in the league.
And here we go, as the Mountaineers will start with it. And there is Chong with it. Back to Jenkins, back to Chong. Chong trying to find an opening, and he does. And that one is no good, a foul, and multiple bodies on the ground. Hope everyone's okay, and it looks like everyone is. And a whistle there, and it looks like that'll be a foul on the Falcons on that one.
Now coming in for your Falcons, number 13, Addie Lever.
And it looks like Addie Lever will check in quickly after the second quarter starts, as Demarion Ennis will take a seat for some rest. As the first one by Iverson Chong is good. That's his first points of the game. And the Mountaineers trying to get this second quarter off to a good start, down by 11. Make that not 10. But never mind, as another foul is called. That one on the Falcons, that was Kazim Raza, who draws another foul. Some good offensive pressure by the Mohawk Mountaineers here to start.
I mean, it's been a streaky season for the Falcons. They opened up 1-5 on the year. Then they won 5 straight. It felt like everything was going great. And then now it's just kind of gone back and forth, a couple wins, couple losses. But, I mean, this team has the capability of putting it together, and no better time than the last couple games of the season going into the playoffs.
And Demarion Ennis is back in after a quick 5-second break. And that one, 10-point lead for the Falcons, 26-16.
It's like a lane violation there, so they'll do that shot again.
Yeah, and that'll be Kazim Raza, who doesn't get it to go. LaBelle with the rebound. And now the Falcons look to continue that up-tempo momentum here. Nicola Sabik to LaBelle. LaBelle trying to find somebody open. He finds Bogart. That one was kicked, and it looks like that went off of Bogart. That was a close one there. And a turnover for the Falcons, and the Mountaineers get it right back. And that'll be Scott Jenkins to inbound it here, and here's Iverson Chong. Chong now trying to find somebody. He does. He finds Raza. Raza right to the rim with Sabik on him. Doesn't go. The rebound's captured by LaBelle. And now Dosen trying to be intimidating there and get a little bit of pressure, and another turnover there. Here's Kale right to the rim, and that one, a whistle's called. And it looks like that's a foul. Looks like Kale took a tough one on that one. But he gets back up. That'll be a foul call on the Falcons. And it looks like we're going to get a few more free throws for the Mountaineers. And looks like a timeout is called by the Falcons, and we'll get those free throws right after the timeout called by the Falcons.
So we were saying this is a big game in the standings. Mohawk sitting at 13-4 in third place. Humber right now sitting second, 13-3. So a win for Mohawk. Even though there'll be a 2-game difference there, we'll have to wait and see what Humber does. But a Mohawk win gives them the possibility of finishing as high as second, maybe even first. The Falcons 7-9. Sitting 8th right now, but they're tied with Sheridan, who's in 7th. The big swing, though, becomes if Fanshawe can win this game tonight, they go to 8-9, and then they play Niagara, who would be just above them, also at 8-9. They win both those games, they can move up as high as 6th, maybe even 5th. It feels like 4th and home seed might be a little out of reach. It might mathematically be possible, but I'm kind of doubting it, but there's still hopes to move up, and every spot just leads to that much more favorable of a matchup for the Falcons.
Absolutely, and you see that pile of Lambton 9-8, Conestoga 8-9, Niagara 8-9 as well, and then Sheridan 7-9 and Fanshawe 7-9. That's a pile of teams who could easily move up and down the standings in these next couple of games as Fanshawe. This is their second last game here. So they have the chance to finish at 500 if they can win both these games here. And like you said, Dan, that home court advantage feels a bit out of reach right now. But anything is possible if the out-of-town scoreboard is favorable in the Falcons' way. As Kale hits the first free throw, he'll get the second one to go as well. And the Mountaineers slowly climbing back here. And the Falcons in need of a bucket right now. Addy Lever. Lever with Kale on him. Passes it to Bogart, triggers the three, puts it in! Beautiful three from Bogart. He's got 11 points. And now the Mountaineers trying to respond. Here's Scott Jenkins with a little mid-range shot. That one is good. Beautiful shot there by Scott Jenkins. That's his first points of the game. And the Mountaineers respond right back. And Addy Lever now. Nicola Sabig with Jenkins on him. There's Lever, wide open look, doesn't go. And now here's Iverson Chong now. Chong trying to find somebody, he finds Jenkins. Back to Chong. Chong communicating. Can't find anybody with Bogart on him. Chong trying to use the screen from Dozen, he can't do it though. Tries to leave the ball there for Raza, can't do it. And now here's Chong with Bogart on him right to the rim. Passes it to Raza, wide open look. Doesn't go in Sabik. Rattles in the rebound. And now here's Brandon Bogart now, back to Sabik. Sabik going right into the paint. He doesn't get it to go. Lever from LaBelle, back to LaBelle. Bogart wide open, doesn't get it. The rebound gets it, and that one doesn't go. And that is Marco Dozen with the rebound there. And here's Iverson Chong now. And he goes right to the rim, right one-on-one with Brandon Bogart, and he wins that. Beautiful shot there from Iverson Chong. That's his first field goal made of the day.
Strong move into the paint, determined on that one.
Lever now. LaBelle, Sabik, wide open look, and in and out. Good look there from Sabik, just couldn't get it to go. And now here's Chong now. Chong, right to the rim, trying to find some space. He doesn't, and that looks like will be a foul call on LaBelle, it looks like. And yeah, it's going to be a foul on LaBelle. And looks like Demarion Ennis now and Caleb LaBelle will take a seat. And Mutunga and Campos will now check in along with Zakai Davis. As some of the starters get a breather here with just over 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Falcons up by 7, and Chong, the first free throw is good. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead now for the Falcons, which was in double digits back in the first quarter.
Free throw number 14 coming up for Mohawk already, so they've been doing a good job of drawing contact, getting to the line. Falcons, only one trip so far.
And that one doesn't go for Chong. Sabik now with Jenkins on him. Sabik settles it down. Sabik there to Zakai Davis. Finds Campos. Campos trying to find an open man. He can't find anybody. And Campos looking, searching, finds Lever, and that's Lever, and Zakai Davis now. He triggers the three. Mutunga, that one doesn't go. And a whistle now as Campos riled that one in.
Looks like a shot clock violation as the shot didn't hit the rim, so the clock doesn't reset. But these are the minutes that the Falcons seem to kind of struggle with this season, where Bogart sits on the bench. I mean, he averages, it feels like he plays over 35 minutes every game, but those brief moments when he's on the bench, you can see that the offense just it loses a bit of its identity.
And here's Jenkins now. Mercury back into the game for the Mountaineers, and he has it. Triggers the three right there for the Mountaineers. Doesn't go. That's a good look there from Jenkins, or from Richards, excuse me. And now here's Sabik now. Just over 6 minutes to go. Sabik on Jenkins. Passes it to Davis. Davis finds Sabik. Sabik gets it swatted away by Jenkins. He recovers, though. And that one's deflected again. Wow, what is going on? And multiple deflections there, as I believe that was Richards and Jenkins playing very well defensively against Davis and Sabik. And speaking of Nicola Sabik, he'll take a seat as Brandon Bogart, after the short rest, comes back in and he checks in.
11 points in 11 minutes so far for Bogart. I am sure we're going to see the ball get right back in his hands here.
Absolutely. And here's Mutunga. There's Lever. Lever's got it right to the rim. and that one is swatted away, and here comes Richards. Richards, good pass to Mercury. Mercury trying to find somebody. Mercury settles it down, passes it all the way there to Adam. Adam right to the rim, beautiful move, and draws the foul. Just couldn't get that one to go, and he'll get a couple free throws here.
Elton Adam is a baller out there. He's just got slick moves. He plays good defense responsibly. You know, he's just so quick and agile for a small little scrawny guy. And he just makes strong moves to the paint. A player that just continues to develop for Mohawk.
Elton Adam now 9 points. He'll take a few free throws. And he's in double digits now. As that one, first one is good. And again, with 5:50 left to go here in the second quarter, Falcons' lead is now down to just 5. As the Mountaineers are climbing back here. Now a 4-point lead. And Bishop Whitmell has now entered the game for the Falcons, as here's Brandon Bogart now. Bogart finds Lever, great pass. And Lever may have got it swatted away, and it looks like that was the case. It'll stay with the Falcons here.
Mohawk coming alive here in the second quarter. 11-3 run in these first 4 minutes. Falcons desperate for a bucket.
Absolutely, and they have dominated this quarter so far as Davis trying to change that as a whistle and a foul, it looks like, on the Falcons, and it looks like that'll be a travel. And unfortunate turnover there by the Falcons as Zakai Davis will take a seat and Joey Krabell will check back in. And what a pass there from Jenkins. My goodness, that was a baseball pass and it gets it to go. My goodness.
Well, coming off the Super Bowl, that looked like a pass from a quarterback in the slot.
Beautiful pass there, and the Falcon lead is down to just 2 as Krabell now finds Lever. Almost deflected that one. Bogart finds Whitmell. Whitmell finds Krabell. Bogart loses it off of his, may have been his face there. He recovers though, as Joey Krabell way in the paint, trying to find some contact, and he finally gets a whistle. But it looks like that will be another travel. Man, those hurt. Those turnovers are hurting the Falcons right now. And now the Mohawk Mountaineers with a chance to potentially tie or take the lead now on this possession. And Scott Jenkins now, he's got 2 points tonight. Settles it down. Jenkins passes it there to Mercury. He triggers the 3. Doesn't go. The rebound there by Lever. Lever. Little handle with the ball with Adam on him. Lever, little deeks, and he loses it. And that one, he just lets it go to Adam. And that triggers a 3 from Jenkins. Doesn't go. The rebound almost slammed in. And there is Mutunga now who gets it, passes it to Krabell. Krabell to Mutunga, and that one is intercepted by Mercury. Lots of turnovers here in these last couple possessions. There's Adam now. He's trying to find somebody. He can't do it. And Brandon Bogart now. And we're doing a little tic-tac-toe here. There's Whitmell. Wonderful move there from Brandon Bogart. He gets the assist. And Whitmell gets the first points for his night.
That's a good response. I mean, 4 straight possessions with turnovers for the Falcons. A good response there.
Mercury with a little mid-range jumper. That one is no good. And Mutunga gets the rebound. That one deflects off of a hand. I don't know if that was a Falcon hand or a Mountaineer hand, but either way, it'll stay with the Falcons, I believe. And after a 1-minute break, Davis will check back in, as it'll be Brandon Bogart to inbound it. Bogart's got 11 points, leading the Falcons in that department. And he has the ball now. He's got Richards on him. And Bogart now finds, and another turnover. Man, those really do hurt. And here's Mercury now trying to make the Falcons pay. And another whistle and another turnover. It looks like this time it'll be against the Mountaineers, and the Falcons will get possession yet again.
Was that another travel? Did everyone?
I think it looked like it, yeah.
I think everyone forgot about dribbling the ball in this game.
And another deflection. And it looks like the defense, I got to give credit to both teams here. The defense has been phenomenal for both teams here. And it looks like it'll be the the Mountaineers ball, it looks like, yeah, from that turnover. And the Mountaineers will inbound it here. Trying to find an open man, they do. They find Kaza. Kaza finds Richards, and now there's this big 6'11" center. And now here is Dango. Oh, doesn't get it to go, but the whistle and the foul called. And Iverson Chong, who checked in, looks like he'll shoot a couple free throws as the Falcons are now in that bonus foul category, which means if there is a foul, the Mountaineers get automatic free throws. The Mountaineers have not committed a foul in this quarter, which I find pretty astonishing.
I mean, when you turn the ball over in the first 5 seconds of a possession, it doesn't really lead to much chance of a foul happening.
It's a great point. 3:27 to go here in the second quarter here as the Mountaineers get a point back there.
One thing the Falcons have been doing good so far, shutting down Marco Dosen. He's only had 1 field goal attempt still to this point. No points, coming off of 18 points against Sheridan, 19 against Humber, 18 against Conestoga. So they are smothering him under the basket at every possession.
And here's Mutunga now. Double teamed, finds Davis, almost throws it away, somehow gets it, and I don't know how the Falcons were able to keep it inbound. It's finally out of bounds. And Lever is a little bit of a disagreement in that call as he's questioning whether that was out of bounds, but either way, it'll be Mountaineers basketball.
This has been a weird quarter. It
has.
Sloppy and all over the place right now.
And I'm sure both head coaches not very impressed with the ball handling from either team, as here is Chong now from Richards as Chong surveys his options here. He triggers the three. He doesn't get it to go. The rebound picked up by Lever. Lever trying to get around Richards, finds LaBelle right to the rim, passes it to Mutunga, and that one, a whistle's called, and it looks like Iverson Chong took a tough tumble.
I think they're calling him for the blocking foul there on Chong underneath.
31-29 for the Falcons, just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Just 5 points for the Falcons in this quarter, 7 minutes in. 15-5 Mohawk run to make it 31-29. Falcons trying to hold on to that lead.
And there's Caleb LaBelle now. Yeah, like you said, Dan, the Mountaineers' defensive pressure has improved drastically here in the second quarter as LaBelle trying to find his way to the rim, can't do it. Demarion Ennis got to put up a shot soon, right to the rim, and he gets it completely stolen away. It looks like Marco Dosen almost literally grabbed it from him as he was trying to get to the rim.
That was man strength right there.
Iverson Chong now, who's got 6 points, passes it there to Raza, back to Chong, and it looks like the Mountaineers will slowly bring it up, trying to settle down the pace here. Here's Chong, passes it to Raza. Raza passes it there to Jackson. Jackson thought about it, decides not to. He's got Lever on him. Finds, what a move there by Richards. Great find there from Jackson to Richards. What a play there.
Good pass inside, but an even better cut to the open lane underneath.
And here's Addy Lever now. Lever finds LaBelle. LaBelle not liking what he's seeing, so he just keeps it. He's got the tall center on him. He almost gives it away, but recovers. And LaBelle almost gets that one to go, but a whistle is called. And it looks like that was Iverson Chong taking a tough tumble, but he gets up and he's okay. And it looks like we're going to have a lot of substitutions here. And it looks like it'll be Bogart, Sabik, and Jam Goose checking in for the Falcons. And we are tied up at 31 here with less than 2 minutes to go.
Falcons finally getting back to the line. They're only 1 of 1 from the free throw line so far, so attempt 2 and 3 coming here.
That one doesn't go. And we'll probably look back at that free throw later on in the game and say, man, those were crucial. And that one doesn't go. LaBelle trying to sink the second one to give the Falcons the lead. And he does not. And another whistle here as Sabik questioning what that was about, as he was the first one to throw up his hands.
Not often you see 2 lane violations called in the same quarter, let alone game.
Yeah, we had one of those earlier, and Looks like LaBelle will get 2 more here as he'll try and recover. 1 more, it looks like. Yeah, just 1 more, and he sinks that one. And the Falcons retain the lead as Anthony Regatetti will checks in along with Scott Jenkins. Jenkins almost gets it stolen by Sabi. Great effort there. Rolls it to Regatetti. And now here is the Mountaineers trying to find somebody. They find Jenkins right to the rim. It is good. And the Mountaineers take the lead. And Nikola Sabik now trying to respond. Sabik with Raza on him. There's trying to find somebody. Can't do it. LaBelle to Sabik. Sabik, a little open jumper. That's a whistle and another travel. And another turnover. It feels like this quarter should be the turnover quarter because there's been a lot of them for both teams. But it happens in basketball sometimes, as we all know. And it'll be Mountaineers basketball.
Yeah, so many traveling calls.
There's been a lot. I've lost track of how many we've had now, as there is Kale now, who gets it, looking for some options here. Kale trying to find Raza, can't do it. Finds the big Dozen. Dozen on LaBelle, beautiful shot, doesn't get it to go. Good defense there by Caleb LaBelle. And here's Jam Goose. Passes it to Lever. Lever to Bogart. Thought about it, now goes for it, and puts it in! Beautiful shot there from Brandon Bogart. Man, is he hot here in this first half.
3 for 5 from deep, 14 points for Bogart.
And there's Kale now, passes it there to Regetti, doesn't get it to go. There's the big center again. Man, Marco Dozen, we haven't seen a lot of that, but I think we may see more of that in the second half, as that's his first field goal of the day. There's Brandon Bogart now tied at 35, less than 20 seconds to go now. Bogart finds LaBelle, little layup jumper, doesn't get it to go. Jenkins gets the rebound. And here is Regetti. Passes it to Kale to Jenkins. Jenkins, and they're gonna just wait it out to take that final shot. Jenkins with Bogart. He takes the shot. What a shot there. Doesn't get it to go. The rebound is captured by the Falcons, and we are going into halftime tied at 35. Man, what a second quarter that was. A complete shift of momentum from that first quarter. Dan, that was chaotic.
I'm speechless. No, I'm not. I'll say some stuff. But yeah, Falcons were up 26-14 at the end of the first. 12-point swing the other way, 21-9 for Mohawk in that second quarter to tie it up. We saw the Falcons being very responsible with the ball in that first quarter. First couple minutes of the second quarter stayed the same, and then it really kind of shifted, and they start to kind of force it. They get a little too aggressive and force plays to happen where Mohawk getting off to kind of a slow start shooting. I think they were only, 1 of 10 from the field. They started to realize we need to keep it simple. Drive to the net, high percentage shots down low. That led to them getting up to what are we at now? 18 free shots from the free throw line, 14 of 18. So, I mean, take those easy free throws when you can.
Absolutely, and the leading scorers for the Falcons, Brandon Bogart, 14 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. He also had 2 rebounds and 2 assists, being very efficient on the floor like he always is. And Elton Adam for the Mountaineers, 11 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 0 of 1 from three-point range. We'll have the second half for you folks watching. It's been a pleasure, and we'll have that second half in just under 15 minutes. Welcome back, folks, to the second half between the Fanshawe Falcons and the Mohawk Mountaineers. I'm Evan Fredersen along with
Dan McCracken.
We are in the store for a very intriguing second half. As both teams looking for a win here.
I'm looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, and a big game that has a lot of impact on this one. Sheridan up by 1 against Humber right now. Humber in second, a half game ahead of Mohawk, and Sheridan tied with Fanshawe. So either way, whoever wins that game, oh, that one.
Little miscommunication there to start the quarter, as Sabik already a little bit frustrated, as that's another turnover to start the quarter. Not the way the Falcons wanted to start this one off, but unfortunately that's the way it goes, as Chong passes it to Jenkins. Jenkins with Sabik on him, he passes it, and that's intercepted. Here's Demarion Ennis, potentially one-on-one, he gets it, doesn't get it to go, but he is fouled, and the Falcons recover from that early turnover.
Strong move by Ennis. We saw him make that move a lot last year. He was an aggressive player in the paint, scoring, rebounding on a regular basis. This year, it's been a bit more of a struggle. He's still having a strong season, so it'll be important these last couple games.
As he sinks the first one. And the Falcons get the first points of the third quarter here, up by 1. Make it 2. And it'll be Scott Jenkins to inbound it now. Passes it there to Chong. Chong, he's got 6 points tonight. Sabika on him. Passes it there to Kale. Kale trying to find an open man. He can't find anybody. Trying to find Raza. He does. Raza, little deke on Ennis, and that's deflected out of bounds. And he gets a little pat from head coach. And that's a beautiful defensive play there by Demarion Ennis.
Just strong all around. Switches everywhere. Great defensive coverage on this possession.
There's Marco Dozen, passes it there to Jenkins. Jenkins to Dozen. Little mid-range shot there. Doesn't go. And Demarion Ennis just after the shot clock violation. The shot didn't go anyway. Here's Addie Lever now. Lever passes it to Bogart. Thought about the 3. Bogart now whips it to Lever back to Sabik. He triggers the 3, doesn't get it to go. That went off of, I believe that went off of Dozen and somehow got to Chong. That was a little bit of a bizarre play there. But either way, it'll be Mountaineers basketball. There's Chong, he's got 6 points here tonight. Still looking for their first bucket here of the second half, and they will not get it just yet, as that was a nice feed to Kale, and he is fouled, and he'll shoot a couple free throws. And already just not even 2 minutes in, Fanshawe with 2 fouls and Mohawk with 1.
And foul trouble for the Falcons earlier. Seebeck picked up his 3rd just a moment ago, and now that's Addie Lever picking up his 3rd right here. So that's going to be tough for those two the rest of the way in this second half.
And Kale misses the first one. Let's see if he can get the second one here. He cannot, and that's off of Lever, it looked like. And maybe not, maybe off of a Mountaineer defender. And Zakai Davis comes in. It'll be Fanshawe Falcons basketball. And Demarion Ennis will inbound it here. Demarion Ennis passes it to Brandon Bogart. Bogart brings it up with Chong on him. Bogart whipping around defenders, finds LaBelle. He lost the handle on it. And it looks like Raza and LaBelle, a bit of a dogfight trying to get the ball. And it looks like it will remain with, it'll go to the Mountaineers, it looks like here. And Scott Jenkins will inbound it here. He finds Kazim Raza. And now it's Chong. Chong with Sabik on him. Chong waiting, finds Raza, back to Chong. Little tic-tac-toe. Chong trying to go right to the rim. He does, and he doesn't get it to go. He gets the rebound, though. That is blocked. It looked like he may have gotten a piece of it. Was Sabik, and he takes a tumble. And let's hope he's okay. And Sabik still on the ground. And he gets back up. Limping, though, as he looks like he can walk off the court. Not a unfortunate play for Sabik as he looks to take a rest. Let's hope he's okay. Prayers up for him. As Marco Dozin now will shoot a couple free throws, as Campos now will check in. And Marco Dozin will shoot a couple free throws here. First one is good. And Dozin doesn't get that one to go. And LaBelle, a little bit of a push there, doesn't get any call. And LaBelle trying to create some dominance, and he did just that. And here's Bogart now with Chong on him. Bogart to LaBelle. LaBelle searching, looking, trying to find Marion Ennis. He can't find him. Good pressure. There's Akai Davis right to the rim. Doesn't go. He gets his own rebound, and he gets it to go. Beautiful secondary effort by Davis. Just didn't give up on the play, and he is rewarded. Here's Scott Jenkins now. Mountaineers trying to respond. Jenkins, good defense by the Falcons here. There's Chong. Chong, Davis on him. There is Kale. Kale has it blocked by Davis, it looked like. Kale again trying to find the rim. He does, and he gets it to go. Oh my goodness, what a shot there. And the Mountaineers get that bucket right back, and here's Campos now. Bounce pass to LaBelle. LaBelle, one-on-one there. Gets it almost blocked, it looks like, and that's Dozin with the rebound. He gets it. Campos with that effort, though, he gets it to go. Man, the Falcons just didn't give up on that play, and they are rewarded yet again. That offensive rebounding has been absolutely huge. And now Brandon Bogart now looking for Campos. That gap a little bit too much. Bogart, the rebound for Zakai Davis. He finds Demarion Ennis. Ennis, little hook pass to Bogart. Triggers the three. He gets it. Beautiful three from Brandon Bogart from Demarion Ennis. That deadly combo that we've seen this season just keeps on growing. Here's Kale. Back to Raza. Raza there to Dozin. Dozin finds Chong, and that one in and out. Chong, that was a good look. He just couldn't knock it down. There's Bogart now. What a pass to Campos, and that one is good. Man, oh man, the no-look pass by Brandon Bogart. He can do it all. My goodness. And here's Scott Jenkins now as the pace. We haven't had a whistle in a little bit, and just as I say that, there's a whistle. All right. And it looks like this one will be a foul. It looks like this one will be on the Falcons. Man, oh man, a fast couple of moments there, Dan.
I don't know how you can keep your breath when the pace is that fast. But what a pass there by Brandon Bogart. He's got 3 assists in the game. That puts him up to 91 on the season, second most in the league. It's a dynamic threat when you're someone who can, drain 4 3-pointers like he has so far in this game. And when that option is taken away, if you put too much pressure on him, he'll just find the open man and share the rock.
Absolutely. And it looks like that is a whistle and another one, and I don't know what that was, but apparently it's Fanshawe Falcons basketball now.
And it looks like Falcons coach Tony Marcatulio got a warning there from the ref. We know him to be a very passionate, maybe a little too aggressive sometimes.
Absolutely. He has been a bit more calmer this game. And I think that's because the Falcons are beating one of the best teams in OCAA basketball, as Campos loses it. And a dogfight for, I don't know where the ball is, and it looks like this one will stay with the Falcons. It's a good effort there by Campos. He's had a couple of really good defensive plays tonight. 46-35 for the Falcons, just under 6 minutes to go. And it looks like it'll be Brandon Bogart to inbound it here. Bogarts finds Campos, and that one, wow, kept in. Oh my goodness, what a play there. And Mercury gets it, and here come the Mountaineers. Great pass to Adam. That's intercepted by Kerbel, but somehow the Mountaineers somehow have it now. My goodness. And here's a Regatoni. There is Adam. Adam right to the rim. That one is no good. He gets his own rebound, though. That's Omophoba. Said it right again. And here's Zakai Davis. Brandon Bogart triggers the three. Doesn't get it to go. And that's rebounded there by Richards. And now there's Regatoni. Back to Richards. He just wants a three. What a pass there. The no look. No two. Mercury doesn't get it to go. Davis gets that rebound there. And here's Brandon Bogart now, who takes it up. Bogart with Mercury on him. Bogart searching. Finds Mutonga. Mutonga right to the rim. And that one, it looks like that is a foul on the Mountaineers. And it will stay with the Falcons.
Each quarter has just been swinging back and forth. We had the Falcons with the 12-point advantage in the first. Mohawk took the 12-point advantage in the second. And now an 11-3 run for the Falcons here in the third.
And here's Kerbel, little spinorama layup. Oh, doesn't get it to go. Good look, though. As here's Mercury. What a pass. Oh, my goodness gracious. And Adam triggers the three. Doesn't go. And Kerbel, man, we're seeing some football-style passes here in this one. As Campos to Kerbel, that one is taken away. My goodness. And there's Mercury and there is Richards who settles it down a little bit. And there's Mercury with Campos on him. Adam back to Richards. Richards to Mercury and a whistle. And it looks like that one will be a foul.
Everyone's getting into the mood of the season right now. We just had the Super Bowl the other day. We got pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training in baseball. Everyone's showing off their arm in this game.
Absolutely. And it looks like we'll have a Mohawk timeout here. Falcons up by 8 here in the third quarter.
A bit more responsible again with the turnovers here in this quarter. I think only, 3 so far in this quarter for the Falcons, similar to what we saw in the first. Mohawk just, again, got to get back to creating some of that simpler offense, drive into the hoop, get to the free throw line. And we look at that out-of-town scoreboard again. Sheridan still holding on to a 2-point lead, 54-52 against Humber. It's funny. Fanshawe wants Humber to win, but Mohawk wants Sheridan to win. So
very complicated.
somebody is going to be unhappy about the out-of-town scoreboard tonight.
And the Falcons are going to either go into their last game of the regular season against Niagara on Saturday on a good mood or a bad mood. Because if they are able to win their final 2 games, they will finish at 500. They've lost 2 in a row. But like we said, you have Lambton, Conestoga, Niagara, Sheridan, and Fanshawe about 1.5 games apart from each other, because you obviously have St. Clair, Humber, and Mohawk who are just on another level. Not even, they have clinched the number 1, 2, and 3 seeds easily. We just don't know what order that'll be. But for Fanshawe, they could move up easily to the number 4 if the out-of-board scoreboards go their way. But a long journey to get there, and it starts with winning this game here. As Brandon Bogart out of the timeout. Bogart trying to find an open lane. He does, the rim, and that one is whistled down. That one, a lot of contact there. And it looks like that was a foul on the Falcons on that one. And it'll be Mountaineers basketball. And here is Jalen Jackson is checked in for the Mountaineers, and here is Regatoni. There's Jackson now, right there to Omofoma, and that one is good. Omofoma with a beautiful bucket. I said it right again, my goodness. And here's Campos now. Campos got it swatted away. Where is it? And it looks like Dante Richards was kind of keeping it away from Campos. He was like hugging it. And Demarion Ennis now will check in. And here come the Mountaineers now. Here is Regatoni, and that one is out of bounds. And the Falcons again with really good defensive pressure here, but this one will stay with the Mountaineers. And a lot of communicating going on right now as Mountaineers inbounded, almost stolen by Demarion Ennis. The little layup is good there by Mercury. Beautiful step layup there. And the Mountaineers climbing back into this one. Mutonga, great feed from Ennis. Bogart now, right to the rim. Little layup there doesn't go, and Mercury gets it. Here come the Mountaineers now, right back to work. They get it right to the rim, and oh my goodness, more bodies flying as that one is whistled down in a foul. This one, I believe, will stay with the Fanshawe Falcons, and it'll be Joey Krabell to inbound it here. 46-42 for the Falcons, just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Joey Krabell, Bogart back to Krabell. Krabell showing off the dangles a little bit. I like it. Demarion Ennis now. Brandon Bogart. Bogart finds Mutonga. Mutonga driving to the paint. Mutonga, great pass to Krabell. Bogart to Ennis, triggers the three, doesn't go, and the rebound is captured by the Mountaineers and almost slips up there. And there is Jenkins. Jenkins passes it to Mercury. Mercury trying to find somebody. Finds Chung. Chung with Davis on him. Jenkins triggers the three and a whistle. And that one looks like it'll be a turnover and a foul on the Mountaineers. It'll be Zakai Davis to inbound it now. And Brandon Bogart now will settle it down and reset the play here. He's double teamed a little bit. That one to Demarion Ennis. Ennis right to the rim. No good. The rebound by Zakai Davis. Good. Again, the offensive rebounding has been absolutely key for the Falcons here tonight. And Zakai Davis has been a golden example of that. And it looks like Lever will check in momentarily here, as it looks like Davis will shoot a couple free throws.
Yeah, rebounding a strong part of the Falcons game this year, right now with 35 in the game. Mohawk with 24. But a great job by the defense. I mean, this is a high-flying offense of Mohawk. To hold them to just 42 points, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They're coming off, they're on a 4-game win streak. They put up 100 against Sheridan, 100 against Humber. Humber, I mean, one of the better teams in the league. They beat them 101-66. So a good showing so far for the Falcons.
And off the 2 missed free throws, the Falcons get it back. Brandon Bogart, what a pass to Davis, and he can't get it to go in the rebound there by the tall 6'11 center. And the Falcons, great defensive pressure and a lot of contact there, and a whistle as both teams leveling up their defensive intensity here, as this feels like a playoff game. And I'm sure both coaches have emphasized to play this game like a playoff game. Has a couple free throws coming up here for the Mountaineers. First one is good. And Dosen knocks them both down. And the Falcon lead is just at 2 now, as Lever is back in the game for the Falcons. Here's Brandon Bogart now, surveying his options, goes to Lever, finds Mutonga, and a whistle is called, and a whistle call, looks like that was on Dosen, as he expressing his disagreement on that one. And it looks like we're gonna get a few free throws now, as each team is into the bonus foul category now. 46-44 for the Falcons, 1:45 to go here in the third quarter, as Mutonga can't get that first one to go.
His first trip to the free throw line. Still looking for his first point in the game, but he's done a good job on the glass. 5 rebounds, a steal to go along with it.
He gets that second one to go, and he gets his first point of the evening. And now here is Jenkins now, who will inbound it to Raza. Raza back to Chong. Chong, who's got 6 points tonight. Surveying his options, tries to use the screen, triggers a 3 for Mercury, doesn't go. The rebound by Raza, he'll trigger it. And now Jenkins with Corbell on him. What a pass, what a steal by DeMarinis, and the back. Little dangle there, Brandon Bogart with a little bit of a pass, and he trying to connect with Mutunga. They just couldn't connect. That one hurts. That would have been a very nice play, but just couldn't connect on that one.
Looks like the refs are going to come together and just talk about that, make sure they got the call right, but a 12-9 quarter so far for the Falcons, giving them that 3-point lead. We were tied at halftime. Feels like it's going to be tight the rest of the way.
Absolutely. And again, this is a game that Falcons want to win, as Mercury with a little move there. And Jenkins passes it to Chong. Chong with Corbell on him. Chong right to the rim. Doesn't get it to go. And a beautiful bat there. Beautiful 3. It's good by Scott Jenkins. He gets the 3, and we're tied up at 47.
Jenkins, his first 3 of the game. 7 points on the night.
Here's Joey Corbell now. And that one is whistled down. And it looks like a whistle is called. It may have been a foul. Yeah, it's a foul on the Mountaineers, as Joey Corbell will head to the free throw line. "46 seconds to go here. Tied at 47. Well, now not anymore, as the Falcons grab a 1-point lead. As the emotions coming out for both teams, especially for the Falcons, as that's a good pass to Raza. Raza to Chong, he triggers the 3, doesn't get it to go. Bogart with the rebound. Wow, what great athleticism there from Bogart to reach out and get that rebound. As here's Corbell now, dangling around multiple defenders, lever. And that is turned over by Jenkins. As Jenkins gets it, Mutunga on him, Jenkins, 20 seconds to go. Raza trying to find Dozen. He does. Rosen with Ennis on him. They're looking for that paint matchup, and that one is whistled down. And it looks like another foul, as Dozen expressing his disagreement again. And it looks like we are going to get some free throws for Dozen, as he will get a couple free throws.
Falcons up by 1, so big free throws here for Mohawk, and then a even bigger final possession to close out the third quarter here. Again, Dozen just being held quiet so far tonight. Only, what do we have? 5 points for him in the game, 7 rebounds. He's averaging 17 on the year.
Falcons have done a great job defending the big man, 6'11", and he hits that one though, as we are tied at 48 now, as some more substitutions for the Mountaineers, as the Falcons will get a chance for the last shot of the quarter, and they'll put it in the hands of Brandon Bogart, the guy you want with the ball. Brandon Bogart finding the rim, little jump shot is good. What a shot by Bogart, and that one will end the quarter. It's been all Brandon Bogart tonight, my goodness.
He got a little quiet there in the third quarter. He was stuck at 17 points for a while to lead the game, and then he just says, you know what, I won't be quiet anymore. I'll just go for a silky smooth finger roll.
And he leads the Falcons 19 points, shooting 7 of 12 from the field. We will have the fourth quarter, and we're in store for a good one here, folks, so don't go anywhere. As the Falcons up 50-48 going into the fourth quarter, we'll have the last quarter of action for you right after this. Well, welcome back, folks. Coming out of the timeout, Falcons up 50-48. We are in store for a jam-packed fourth quarter. It's been a good one, Dan.
This is going to be a big 10 minutes of basketball to close it out. 50-48 Falcons. Just a perfect test. This is exactly what you want in the last couple games. I mean, as much as you want to be comfortably sitting high in the standings, to be nose to the grindstone, every game, every possession matters. That's a good way to get ready for the playoffs.
This has felt like a playoff game, and the Falcons are playing like a playoff team. As Addy Lever will inbound it to Joey Crabell. Crabell trying to get the Falcons off to a good start offensively here, and he doesn't. That one is knocked out of bounds. Joey Crabell with a good look there, just couldn't get it to go. And it'll stay with the Falcons. Addy Lever thought about it. Crabell and another whistle. And it looks like that one will be another turnover against the Falcons. And it'll be Scott Jenkins to inbound it to Chong. And here's Jenkins, now passes it to Kaza. There's Kale. Kale to Jenkins. Jenkins with Lever right on him as he gets called for the foul. And already two fouls for the Falcons, not even 30 seconds into the quarter.
LaBelle, 4 fouls, and that'll be Lever's 4th. So those guys right on the edge of being disqualified. Looks like they'll both sit on the bench and kind of leave them for more valuable minutes towards the end of the game.
And in the meantime, oh my goodness, a little backwards pass. I don't know how that got to Paul Omafoma, but my goodness gracious, that one is good. And the Falcons, or the Mountaineers rather, get it tied up as Crabell with a great rebound there to Ennis with a little floater. It's good. Beautiful floater there floater by Demarion Ennis. And the Falcons retake the lead. And in the meantime, a steal. And where is it? And it looks like Zakai Davis trying to pass it to somebody. There's 5 or 6 bodies trying to locate the ball. And it looks like that was Kale who was trying to get it away from Zakai Davis. And now the refs are going to have to unpack this one slowly.
I mean, I don't know how. Zakai Davis just on the floor with 3 Mountaineers just climbing all over him.
And it'll be Chong who has it. Richards is checked in. Here's Chong. Davis on him. Passes it to Kale. Raza. And a turnover there. Here's Demarion Ennis. A little bit too far for the pass. And that was Crabell. Ennis a little bit too strong on that one, but a good effort there. As Mutunga tried to recover that one as well, as there was multiple Mountaineers chasing Crabell, trying to get the ball, but the Mountaineers will retain possession here.
I mean, it was a decent idea going for that lob pass, but just a little too far. Probably could have held on to it and gone a little bit safer on that.
And here's Raza. What a pass there from Richards. Oh my goodness. And one. What a pass there. That one was one of the best assists of the game. The no-look pass. And Raza has a chance for the 3-point play.
Sounded like we were at the Mohawk gym there for a home game. The away fans were loving that one.
A lot of Mountaineer fans here to cheer on their team, which you'd love to see from your local community. And the Mohawk Mountaineers, take the lead.
I mean, what a quick 2-hour drive down the highway on a cold Wednesday night. I guess it'd be a fun place to be.
Yeah, it's nothing. 2 hours, not that far. There's Bogart now. Bogart to Joey Crabell. Crabell to Campos. To Marion Ennis. Back to Campos. Campos thought about it. Bogart triggers the 3. Doesn't go. And Davis trying to get the rebound, and he does. Crabell gets it. and it looked like a bit of contact there, and it looks like that one will be called for a foul, and it'll stay with the Falcons here.
Great team rebound on that play. Everyone boxing out, everyone fighting for the loose ball, not giving up, and it just happens. I mean, 3 different Falcons players were right there to grab it.
Bogart inbounds it to Corbell. Bogart trying to find somebody, decides to keep it out, triggers the 3. It's good! Brandon Bogart, have yourself a night. My goodness, 22 points. And the Falcons get the lead right back. And now the Mountaineers trigger a 3, but that one doesn't go. And Kaza gets the offensive rebound. There's Chong right to the rim. That one may have been blocked, Demarion Ennis. And wow, oh my goodness, Dozen may have gotten some contact there and a whistle. And it looks like Dozen was a bit upset from that call. He thought there was some extracurricular contact from that one. But it'll be the Falcons who get the ball now. Falcons up 55-53, less than 8 minutes to go here. Brandon Bogart with it. And that one, just a bit of communication there, and that one is out of bounds, and it looks like the Mountaineers will retain possession.
Just a good desperation play, hitting the court. I mean, a tough spot for the Falcons to be at with the ball off of them, heading back over that half-court line. So kind of an impossible spot.
Here's Richards. Richards finds Chang. Chong. Wide open look for Kale, and he can't knock it down. The rebound by Demarion Ennis. Ennis to Zakai Davis. Moving fast up the court. Davis, the speed. Joey Crabell to Ennis. Triggers the 3. Doesn't go. And where is it? And it looks like he tried to knock it off the player, and somehow that didn't get called. And now here's Kale right to Dozen, and that one is rejected. Great defensive effort by Demarion Ennis. He has been fantastic defensively. And it looks like he will check out now as Lever checks in.
3 minutes into this fourth quarter, and it's the never-ending physical battle continue. I mean, we've seen it all night. The women's game was pretty physical, too. Both games, just playoff atmosphere, intensity to it.
And you love to see that from both teams, setting the tone for playoff time, even though it's not there just yet. Here's Brandon Bogart now. Bogart finds Davis to Crabell. Crabell, little spinorama move. He gets it and doesn't get it to go. He gets his own rebound, and that one goes out of bounds, and it looks like Crabell may have touched that, but it looks like this will stay with the Falcons. And LaBelle will check in for Campos. We mentioned earlier, LaBelle is on 4 fouls. Got to watch out for that. As with just over 6.5 minutes to go here in the quarter, Lever to LaBelle. LaBelle trying to attack the paint. Bogart, little mid-range shot. It's good. Beautiful shot from Bogart from Caleb LaBelle. And the Falcons up by 4. Here's Mercury. Here's Chong. Right to the rim. Is rejected there. One of the Falcons got their hands on that one. Here's Bogart. Bogart to Crabell. Crabell to Bogart. Little back and forth here. Bogart surveying his options, decides to keep it. Uses the LaBelle screen. Bogart, little double team there under pressure, and that one is a turnover. Oh, and a fall there. And it looks like Omafoma tripped over LaBelle, and thankfully both of them seem to be okay. As that one just kind of happened naturally there, as Omafoma just trying to get that defensive play and just fell over LaBelle there. And both of them are back up as Scott Jenkins now looks like he will take the inbound. And looks like a little bit of chatter here between the refs and the Falcons coaching staff, asking Demarion Ennis if he wants to come back in, and he says, yes, I will. And Caleb LaBelle will take a seat after just a couple of possessions.
It looks like Caleb LaBelle fouled out on that play, so his night is done. They were waiting for the substitution to come in for him.
That's a crucial subtraction from the Falcons as LaBelle is now out. The big man, 6'7". And Brandon Bogart now will bring it in. Demarion Ennis surveys his options. Doesn't like what he sees. Goes right to the rim, finds Crabell. Crabell right to the rim is rejected there. And the block, there's Adam right to the rim, and that one is good. Beautiful layup there by Eltom Adam. And now here come the Falcons trying to respond. Lever with Jenkins on him. There is Ennis. Missed that one. Tough one there. Here's Scott Jenkins. Jenkins passes it to Mercury. Mercury finds Jenkins again. There's Adam. Bogart defending. Adam with a little snifty move there, and that one is stolen, and a whistle called as Corbell almost came away with that steal there. And it looks like that'll be a foul, and it looks like we will get a timeout here from the Fanshawe Falcons. 57-55.
I mean, welcome to the Brandon Bogart show tonight. He is carrying the offense, 24 points, a season high. He put up 23 against Sheridan beginning of January, but 24 for him. I mean, 9 of 16 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. The only thing you want to get picky about, 11 turnovers in the game. That's not the double-double that you kind of look for in a stat line, but still having a great game, but just little plays here and there where you expect him to be the main ball carrier. He's going to facilitate all the offense, maybe be a little, you want him to be aggressive, but just sometimes a little too aggressive at certain points, but.
Absolutely, and Addy Lever, the next leading scorer for the Falcons, just 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range. So like you said, Dan, Brandon Bogart has been running the show so far.
But I mean, Lever had 7 points, was it 4 or 5 minutes into the game?
Yeah.
So he picked up 2 fouls in that first quarter, and it kind of limited his minutes, and then it kind of made him lose that rhythm. And he had one shot, I think it was in the third quarter, where he had a decent open look and hesitated a bit, so you can tell that those fouls and him having to sit on the bench just kind of threw him off a little bit.
And like you said earlier, Dan, Bogart usually averages 35 minutes a game. He's up to 31, and he'll likely play the rest of this one. So here we go. Addy Lever. Joey Crabell thought about it, decides not to shoot. Crabell and another whistle, and that will be a travel. And a costly turnover there. Those turnovers are just killing both teams tonight. As now the Mountaineers with the chance to tie or take the lead here. Here's Kale, passes it to Adam. Adam to Jenkins, passes it to Mercury. Back to Adam. Adam with Bogart on him. Adam against defenders there. A little jumper there from Omafoma. That one doesn't go. The rebound is good. He gets his own rebound. Paul Omafoma. What a play there.
Tied at 57 with 4:18 to go. What a game.
Joey Crabell now. Nikola Sabik, Sabik right to the rim. Doesn't get it to go. And a whistle is called. And a foul. And it looks like Nikola Sabik will shoot a couple free throws here. Sabik just 3 points tonight, but he's played very good defensively. He also, good to see him back on the floor after that injury. He was limping off the court in that third quarter. Very nice to see him back and knock down a free throw. And it looks like whatever limping issue he had with his leg, he seems okay. Great to see Sabik back in as he knocks down both free throws. And here's Scott Jenkins now to Kale, back to Jenkins. Jenkins to Adam. Adam to Kale. To Jenkins. Jenkins, Lever defending. Jenkins trying to find some open space, can't. Adam with Bogart on him. Adam, little step back jumper, no good. And that one rebounded there, looked deflected off of Lever and then ended up in the hands of Nikola Sabik. Here's Lever now. Lever sells it down. Bogart thought about it, triggers the three. Doesn't go. And Lever tried to get that rebound, but Mercury had other plans. Here's Kale now open three. That one is no good. And that one hit the top of the net. So it's whistled down. 3:34 to go, 59-57 for the Falcons.
Looks like Marco Dosen checking back in again. Quiet, only 6 points, but something tells me he's got a couple big shots in his back pocket.
Brandon Bogart now with Iverson Chong. He's checked back in. Bogart now finds Sabik. Sabik finds Lever. Lever with Jenkins on him. Lever, little mid-range shot. Doesn't go. Good look. Just couldn't hit it. Knock it down. And here's Kale now to Jenkins. Jenkins passes it. Oh, what a play there by Demarion Ennis. The steal and the backwards pass. Here's Zakai Davis now, and that one is a whistle down, and he almost gets it to go in the process. Oh my goodness. What a couple of possessions there. Man, that backwards pass by Demarion Ennis, that was unbelievable. The skill that you need to have to locate a man, know where he is, and just pass it to them with his offhand is absolutely ridiculous. And he managed to do it and almost resulted in a Falcons basket.
I think there's confusion between the refs there. I could hear the one ref, it sounded like calling a charge on the play, and it looks like, yeah, he's gonna overrule the other official. Falcons were pretty confident. I mean, it looked like everyone on the court thought it was a blocking foul, but the one ref decided on his own that he'll call it a charge and change it.
Either way, the Mountaineers have possession, and Chong with the chance to tie or take the lead. Here's Raza. Raza passes it to Mercury. Mercury passes it there to Dozen. Dozen back to Mercury. Triggers the three. In and out. And Zakai Davis picks up the rebound as Lever now picks it up. Zakai Davis almost taken away. Where is it? In a fight for it. And man, that possession a little bit sloppy for the Falcons there as the Mountaineers upticking their defensive pressure, and it almost cost the Falcons right there.
2-point Falcons lead. They've been doing a good job of shutting down the Mohawk offense, but a big possession here.
Sabik to Demarion Ennis. Ennis, what a pass there to Zakai Davis, doesn't get it to go. And that one is a whistle, and you can hear the reaction from the Mountaineers fans disagreeing with that one.
That was a late whistle. There are some plays where, I don't know, maybe it does take a second or two for what you saw to kind of click with, you know what I mean, what you're gonna call on the play, but the Mohawk fans not happy about that late whistle.
Yeah, you can hear the reaction, the gasp in the crowd for that one as Zakai Davis will get a couple free throws, and he doesn't hit that first one. And these free throws just keep getting more important and important and important as it's still a one-possession game. Zakai Davis trying to make it a three-point game here. 59-57, 2:25 to go. And Davis doesn't get it to go, and another whistle. And it looks like there's a foul on that one.
Maybe another lane violation, I think they might have been calling.
My goodness, how many of those have we seen here tonight? Goodness. And now the Mountaineers now will have it again with the chance to tie or take the lead here. 59-57. Here comes Kale. Kale with Bogart on him. Passes it to Raza. Raza there to Mercury. Mercury trying to find Dozen. They can't do it though. Little pass there to Chong. Chong right to the rim. It's good. What a move there by Iverson Chong.
Just what composure.
Brandon Bogart now tied up. The intensity, you can feel it here in the Glenn Johnson Athletic Center. The crowds are getting into it. Brandon Bogart triggers the three. He gets it. Knocks it down. My goodness.
6 threes in the game, a season high 27 points. The Brandon Bogart show continues.
And that will be an offensive foul as the Falcons bench erupts in cheers as the Falcons up by 3 here. And a little bit surprised, neither team has called a timeout here. And just as I say that, no, we're not going to have a timeout.
I think both teams know how valuable those timeouts are going to be. You can just tell it's going to be one of those games that comes down to that last possession.
We haven't had a timeout in a bit, but I agree with you, Dan. These couple of minutes, or not even a couple of minutes, are valuable. Here's Joey Krabell. Krabell, it's taken over. Where is it? And Krabell's hiding it in his chest. And there's Lever now with Sabik, and that one is whistled down. And that will be an offensive foul. And the Mountaineers now with the chance now to tie it up, it looks like. As Zakai Davis comes in for Joey Krabell. And it looks like we're just cleaning up a bit of a mess now here on the Falcons court. We're back to inbounding the ball, though, in just a second.
Bogart's got to make sure he's got his shoelace tied.
That's very important. When you got 27 points, that's important. That really is important. Great catch there, Dan. As Iverson Chong will inbound it, and here we go. Over a minute to go, a minute 10 and counting. 62-59. Chong passes it, and to Jenkins. He's trying to find Jenkins again. He does. What a pass there. Jenkins, another football pass there to Chong, and a whistle.
Looks like Marco Dozen took quite the shot. I don't know if it was Seabick or Bogart who was running through the screen that he was setting, and he kind of ran off the court under the bleachers on the other side, holding his shoulder. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to speculate, but...
Absolutely, and it looks like still decide. Oh, yeah, you can see in the back. We hope he's okay. Marco Dozen took a tough hit. He says he's okay. And
Dosen
Dosen not happy at all with that.
Could hear him saying, I mean, he wasn't looking at the ref. He was being smart to not get a technical, but he's saying that's going to cost us the game.
Man, the frustration has boiled over quite a bit for both teams, as it'll be Scott Jenkins to inbound it. Jenkins passes it to Chong. Chong, the time not a friend. Jenkins, and that's a shot clock violation and a travel and a turnover. And now the Falcons are in a bit of a better position now.
That's a big loss for Mohawk, though. It looks like Dosen's probably going to be done for the night after that one. I mean, you need your shot maker in a tight game like this.
And it looks like Paul Omafoma will come back in, and the intensity is as high as it can get here with less than a minute to go. 62-59 Falcons.
And I mean, update on that out-of-town scoreboard. Humber ran away 83-69 against Sheridan, so best case scenario if you're a Falcon, Sheridan looks like they're going to fall to 7-10, so a chance for the Falcons to move up.
And here we go, Brandon Bogart now. Bogart finds Sabik. Lever just killing time. Joey Krabell gets it swatted away, and there's a foul there.
What a pass inside by Addy Lever.
He has had some amazing passes here tonight. Just the constant offensive contributor that he's always been for this team in the clutch moments. And Joey Krabell now with a couple pretty big free throws coming up here. He doesn't get that first one to go. And this free throw is extremely important because it'll either be a one-possession game or a two-possession game. Joey Krabell can't get it to go. And oh man, this one just got a whole lot more interesting than it probably needed to be. And it looks like Zakai Davis will come back in. And there's the timeout.
So 41 seconds left. Falcons up by 3. Falcons, good time to burn that first timeout. Make sure you set up a good defensive possession coming out here Mohawk still holding on to both of their timeouts, so 41 seconds on the clock, but lots of games still left to be played here. I mean, we'll wait and see. Maybe Dawson. I have a feeling Dawson is done, so we've seen Omofomo, lead the way along with Chong with 8 points each. I mean, Eldon Adam technically leading the way with 11 points, but he had 11 points in the first half, so he hasn't really done that much offensively here in the second half.
And Mohawk, they don't have, that 20-point scorer like Brandon Bogart, but they have a lot of depth guys who are providing a lot of clutch moments. Like, man, oh man, they have a lot of depth on their team, and they don't have that one superstar player who's carrying the whole team or providing a lot of offensive impact like Bogart is in this one. But the Mountaineers have a lot of depth. And I think that's something that is just a recipe for a successful team like the Mountaineers are. So, I mean, they may be 19 of 60 from the field, but boy, they have played really well here tonight.
I mean, Falcons, good job shooting the ball tonight at 40%, well above their season average. I mean, Mark Attulio, the coach, he seems to play that old school style of basketball where, the Falcons score some of the least amount of points in the game, but they give up the least. So always low scoring battles like this.
And here we go. It's going to be Chung to inbound it. He finds Omafoma. And there's Raza. And the rebound there by Zakai Davis. And that one, Bogart, they're trying to foul him. Davis passes it. There's Bogart again. And Bogart's just going to kill the time here. And finally a whistle. And it looks like, oh no. It looks like Lever, looks like he got hurt on that one. And, oh man.
Unfortunate sequences for both teams here in important moments of the fourth quarter.
And you hate to see this as he puts his hands on his face that hoping he's okay, as similar to the Sabik limp injury that we had earlier. He thankfully was okay, and he's in the game now as Lever is taking a few moments here to recalibrate and try and stay in the game here.
So 22 seconds on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. So if you're the Falcons, you're probably going to try and use as much as that shot clock as much as possible. It'll just be Mohawk probably in their best interest to just hold and hope that you can get a miss on whenever this Falcons shot comes. Call one of your timeouts, bring the ball down the court, and hopefully put up a three.
And here we go. Joey Kerbel checks in for Lever, and now the defense passes it to Davis, to Sabik. Sabik using a lot of that clock. They do just under 20 seconds. And obviously both teams now in the foul category now. Both teams with each 5 fouls, and we're going to get some free throws. And Sabik knows he's got to sink at least one of these to make it a 2-possession game.
Sabik 2 of 2 from the line.
And that one is good, and that's a huge one there. Gives the Falcons a bit of a cushion with 19 seconds to go, and he doesn't hit that second one. Man, and looks like Joey Kerbel got his hands on that one as well, but it goes out of bounds. And now, if you're the Mohawk Mountaineers, you got to get a bucket quickly. Time is not your friend here.
But they still got both their timeouts, which is huge.
They do. And there's the big pass to Adam. What a play. And that one is lost. Oh, no. And there's Brandon Borgen. Now he's fouled. That one was perfectly placed there to Adam. He just couldn't secure it. Oh, man, that's got to hurt if you're the Mountaineers.
I mean, 2 players wide open for a breakaway, and it looked like they both wanted it, and they both went for the ball, and that just led to, neither of them being able to secure it and lose possession.
And Brandon Bogart now with the chance to potentially seal it here. First one is good. It's a 5-point game with 14.7, and this game is looking like the Falcons are going to take it. That second one, no good, and you got to believe a timeout may be called here. Kerbel, great effort, though, and that one's out of bounds as more time runs off the clock. 10.2 now to go. And there's the timeout from the Mountaineers, very wisely placed. And you got to believe they are going to go for a three-point shot here after the timeout. 64-59 for the Falcons. Man, oh man, Brandon Bogart, he is just on another planet. 28 points, 10 of 18 from the field. He's been unbelievable, Dan.
He's just doing everything you want him to do in a game like this. This is the game you rely on some of your best players to show. And I mean, he's doing this on his seniors night where he was honored before the game in what might be his last regular season home game with the team.
I mean, that's just, if Brandon Bogart plays like this in the postseason, the Falcons are going to be a problem in the playoffs. I can confidently say that. Coming out of the timeout now. Falcons with the win today would put them at 8-9, and like you mentioned, Dan, Sheridan is likely going to be losing their matchup, which would drop them to 7-10, which would mean the Falcons would move up at least one spot for now, as they will face Niagara on Saturday. So again, big games in the Falcons. This is the first step to getting a better seed. And here come the Mountaineers. They gotta shoot the ball, and time is not in their favor. Chong, you gotta shoot the ball. That triggered three there. No good, and Bogart's gonna dribble it out. And he's fouled, but it won't matter. The Fanshawe Falcons are gonna take down the number 3 seed Mohawk Mountaineers. Man, oh man, you gotta believe a lot of people didn't believe in the Falcons coming into this game, but they have proven themselves and they have completed the upset here. What a game. There's Brandon Bogart now. Well, just a couple free throws to seal it. He gets that one to go. And if he hits this one, it'll be a 30-point game for Brandon Bogart. And he gets it. A 30-point performance from Brandon Bogart, and the Fanshawe Falcons win here tonight. 66-59. What a game.
Getting smothered by his teammates there, fired up with that 30-point performance. I don't think they could have pulled this one off without him tonight. Brandon Bogart, put the team on your back.
What a game it was. I mean, Mountaineers had some moments where they thought they were gonna had the lead climbing back up, but the Falcons didn't stop battling. And Fanshawe, who was 7-9, are now 8-9, and they have taken down, like I said, the 3 seed Mohawk Mountaineers, who moved down to 13-5, and the Falcons have snapped their 4-game winning streak, and now the Falcons head to Niagara on Saturday.
So it looks like, so that's the end of the season for Mohawk here. They're going to the playoffs. They've locked in that number 3 seed in the West. Falcons in a 3-way tie for that 7 spot. So, we'll keep mentioning it over and over again. The last time, a big game coming up on the road in Niagara. Let's see if Brandon Bogart can repeat what he just did tonight.
Wow, and again, he had a dominant game. One more last shout out to all the players who are recognized here today for the seniors night. Your impact, Sadiq, Demarion Ennis, and Brandon Bogart, will never be forgotten for this team. It's been a great night, Dan, but it unfortunately has to come to an end. It's a pleasure doing it with you. I'm Evan Frederickson.
I am Dan McCracken.
And we will see you next time on Saturday. I said Saturday because we're doing the game Saturday. Oh, right, yeah. That's why I said that.